Okay, Nearly, how is this tour going?
It's going amazing, actually. Really, really, really good. Probably the best tour we've ever been on, actually.
And how's ANVIL's life changed since the release of this masterpiece, ANVIL, the story of
Well,
ANVIL?
I mean, how's it changed? I haven't done a food delivery in 10 years.
That was the next question. Are you still doing day jobs? You wrong.
That's right. I haven't done a food delivery in over almost 10 years.
Eventually.
So I would say that it's changed a great deal. I'm making my living being an ANVIL, and it's the best. It's all I ever wished for.
Yeah. And which differences do you find between playing in America and in Europe?
America sucks.
The whole
What's the difference? Massive difference. It's America.
Audience organization.
Yeah. Well, how do Americans differ from Europeans? Culture, right? History.
I'm too involved.
Intelligence. On every level. On every level. You know, and I don't mind saying it, and I don't care about saying it, because 99% of my audience has been in Europe, has been all along. All my record deals have been in Europe. What's America? America's had their back to ANVIL for 39 years, and it hasn't really changed. There's still little or no respect there. You know, you got to think, they watch the movie, and then after they watch the movie, oh, now you're making it because of a movie. They can't even no empathy, no fucking, nothing.
Sympathy, nothing.
Yeah, it changed virtually nothing in the United States.
Okay.
And in fact, I would say that it might have, I don't know, in a certain sense, it might have made people more negative towards us.
Yeah, like jealous.
Jealous, yeah. Because it's a very, 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 very competitive atmosphere there.
And let's talk about positive things, and what shall the audience expect from the forthcoming album?
What, from another album?
Yeah.
Come on, we just put out an album. What do you want from me? It's never enough, is it?
It's never enough.
Well, I mean, I've got...
And from the shows too.
When I come back, when we get back from... actually, we've got a number of US dates, and when we get back from doing that, which would be in June or so, we're going to start writing for the next album. So, yeah, we always got to stay on top of it.
And I mean, how do you enjoy being in ANVIL nowadays compared to the 80s? That's to be different.
I don't really look at it as any different. I'm playing with my best friend, I always have been, so what's different? I'm still playing mostly a lot of the same songs. Nothing's changed, you know? On that level, I love, it's my identity, so how is my identity? I'm still Lips, I always have been. My attitude has always been the same. I do all this because I love it, not because I'm doing it just to make money. Money is, you know, you do the work and you take the money home as a souvenir. That's about it.
Yeah, and what about the industry? That hell?
The industry is virtually dead. You know, with downloads and everything like that, there is no infrastructure. Only because we have a name do we have a record distribution deal. But aside from that, who does? You know, and you got to look at it. How the record company's going to make money if everybody's getting their records for free, right? How's the audience going to know what's good if there isn't a record company? So there's no. It's a real catch-22 difficult situation for anybody trying to make it in the industry today. I'm a very fortunate individual. Very, very fucking lucky. You know, we slipped through one of, you know, the last of the era. you know, but I mean, let's face it, in the 80s, you didn't get a record deal unless you were completely unique. No one got record deals anyways. You had to be really fucking special, otherwise you wouldn't get a record deal at all. And now, anybody can record, because it costs virtually nothing to do it, because you can do it in your living room. But there's no infrastructure for people to get promoted. So the audience doesn't know what to buy. And they aren't told what to buy by radio stations and record companies. Right? So it's very difficult today.
Is good old Robert still doing his amazing artwork paintings?
Oh, of course, the new album cover is Rob's painting.
We've been very impressed by the paintings in the documentary.
Oh yeah. He loves to. And he does it for the right reasons, you know. It's not about, I'm going to become, you know, the next Leonardo da Vinci. You know? He paints because he loves to paint. He has a passion for it. And he's not doing it to sell the paintings. To the point, we did a pledge campaign and he put a painting up for sale for over $100,000. The truth is, he never expected to sell it. He didn't want to sell it. You overprice it, it will never sell, right? It's just to say, you want to buy it? Okay, I'll only sell it if I get high dollars, and then I'll consider it. But otherwise, he doesn't really want to sell the paintings. It's not about that. It's about the enjoyment of doing it and the creativity, you know.
Which advices would you give to young people starting a band in this difficult era? Well,
I mean, the only way that you're going to get a chance in this day and age, or actually in any day and age, is uniqueness. And it's really the same. It's really part of the same equation that I talked about when I talked about the 80s. You have to differentiate yourself from everybody else, one way or the other. Yeah, I have some friends in a band called Kraken. You might know them from the 80s. I produced an album, and what they called me was Labre de Minchia.
That's
not
very
nice.
rude.
Yeah, well, I know that it's very rude. But hey, what can I say? All right.